helping everyone reach, I would like to share with you how, thanks to technology, we have impact improving the life of hundreds of patients with spinal disorders. Digital Anatomics is a medtech company founded 4 years ago, focused on develop software to automate the design and manufacturing by 3D printing of personalized medical devices. The main problem that we solve with our sorry, the main problem that we solve with our first product in the market that may seem quite familiar to many is the spinal disorder or the back problems. All people with this kind of problem reach a point in their lives that require a surgical procedure. But what's really critical is up to 20% of the patient require a reintervention within 2 years. It's due to the actual techniques, the freehand or manual techniques that can generate up to 40% of mispositioned screw. Transpedicular screw is the name that receives the implants placed in the vertebrae during this kind of surgeries. And this it's critical for or have an impact in the patient's health, but also have lead a high cost for the national health system, up to 6.5 billion annually, only in the US and European Union market. What we have managed with this problem on Digital Anatomics, we offer a solution, a personalized medical device called surgical guides that there are biopolymer 3D printed drilling templates that fit exactly in the bone anatomy of the patient on the surface of each vertebrae and allow the surgeon to perform the drill necessary to place with high accuracy the pedicle screw or the implants. But what is the most innovative? The most innovative is the whole software platform that we have developed to automate all the production process that allow us to deliver the product in only 2 or 3 days and cover all kinds of surgeries, including urgent surgeries. This is a real image of the product in the operating room that include the anatomical bone model and the set of surgical guides. And on this slide, I would like to explain how we have automated the process. The first step that we need is obtain or that the surgeon send us a CT scan of the patient and a prescription where the surgeon set the vertebrae that he wants to operate. We introduce these inputs in our software platform, and the first point is to use deep learning or our neural networks developed among Carlos III University with a lead research group specialized in medical image. We have at this moment 2 neural networks. The first, we use the first to identify, segment, and generate a 3D reconstruction of each vertebrae, and a second neural network to predict the best trajectory of the implants. These tasks require less than 1 minute at this moment. The real application of the deep learning here is computer vision. There are UNet neural networks, and these tasks require only 1 minute or less than 1 minute at this moment, and before we need more than 3 hours of a high-skilled engineer to perform the same task. With all this 3D environment, we integrate in a 3D cloud planning software where the surgeon can review or modify the planning strategy, combined with a PDF report. And we have our own automated CAD design software where a technician can generate the surgical guides following some steps very fast. And to finish, we have our own 3D printing process, cost effective. With all this technology, we can delegate the manufacturing in 3D labs, for example, dental labs on each region, or labs built by our distributors following our process. This allows us to reduce saving costs a lot and reduce delivery times. Regarding clinical value, our main goal is to reduce the personal injury and clinical negligence case to 0. And we think that with this kind of product, personalized 3D printed products, we are near to reach this because it's the technology that improve more the times to place the implants, reduce, it's the more accuracy technology, the 3D printed personalized surgical guides, because doesn't require external tracking system like robotics or navigation, and takes the reference on each vertebra, doesn't affect the patient mobility. We personalize the contact surface and reduce a lot of radiation dose because it's not necessary to use or perform CT intraoperative scan, only a CT before the surgery, that in the future we want to change for MRA image using deep learning neural networks to obtain the 3D environment from MRA or only from X-ray. At this moment, we have applied this technology we have placed more than 4,000 pedicle screws plated successfully. We are working in more than 35 hospitals, not only in Spain. We have started this year to work in UK NHS system. And at this moment, we have available configurations for wall spine from cervical to sacrum or iliac implants. And we have our own system for revision surgeries, a patent system that allows us to define the more density bone area of the patient in patients with mispositioned screw and define a new trajectory. Regarding market dynamics, we have noticed that in the spinal fascion area there are a lot of interest in some trends related to 3D printing, to personalized implants, but we think that it's necessary to continue developing software solutions to automate the process to make this kind of technology, probably the better technology, more accessible and more accessible to meet the market demands. So the future vision of Digital Anatomics, as we have launched our first product to plate the screw, we hope to launch our second product by June of this year, and to basically it's a software platform that allows the surgeon to evaluate the best surgical approach. For example, what area of the bone is necessary to remove, what is the necessary bone resection to reach the most optimal correction in the curvature of the patient based on biomechanical analysis, physiological parameters, stress analysis. We are developing a software to perform the best correction and then design and 3D print manufacturing templates to perform the rod bending of the rods used to connect or to join the screw heads during the spinal surgeries. And by 2027, we hope to have a whole platform with different software tools that allow us to cover all life cycle of the patient from diagnosis with spinal disorders, from diagnosis, continue developing new neural networks. We are working at this moment trying to obtain 3D prediction with only 2 X-ray lateral and anterior posterior X-ray image. With all this information, we can perform every day better surgical planning and select the best treatment. That could be a surgical treatment or a not surgical treatment. For example, in the orthotics field, we are in a collaboration project to develop personalized childhood scoliosis brace. And another important point that is something that Dr. Mustafa told before is the ability to check the results. As we can plan or as we can make a plan, we can then check if the result is similar or what is the accuracy compared to the plan. Then it's important to use all this information, all this data to continue retrain our neural networks and to improve our software tools. To finish on this slide, I would like to explain that the accuracy algorithm applied to check the accuracy of the surgeries that could be applied, for example, to robotic or navigation or objectives to deploy this code open source to kind of evaluate in the future all the different surgical technologies. Take a post-operative and a pre-operative CT scan and make a semi-automatic alignment. We can obtain using the deep learning the different individualistic 3D models and obtain the accuracy information. And at this moment, with the screw that we have analyzed, the results are really amazing because we have obtained lower than 2 millimeters of accuracy in the most critical area, the pedicle area, and around 2 millimeters in the insertion points and 4 millimeters in the angular deviation. These are really great results compared to any another technology in the published literature. Because as I said before, we don't need with this kind of 3D printed personalized technologies make any take any external reference from sensor, and we can check on each vertebrate accuracy. This is all. Thank you very much, and we hope that I have motivated you to continue the most in the present and to build together what we think that will be the future of surgery, the personalization. Thank you very much.